National School Boards Association National Connection Fees. And this was moved from our consent agenda at last meeting to our action agenda for this meeting, because there were definitely some questions on this. So it's request approval of the National School Boards Association National Connection Fees for the period of January 1 to December 31st, 2022 for $8,620. The invoice is attached, and as I said, it's for 2022. Could I please get a motion?
Madam President, I move approval of 10.07, the 2022 National School Board Association National Connection Fees of $8,620.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we'll have some.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any questions or discussion on this?
I did ask about what we've used this for in the past, and it turns out as far as anybody was able to tell me in the past, when people have gone to the national convention, they give a discount on the ticket for the national convention, and that's the only benefit that I found in paying this. And so in the last five years or a bunch of years, I'm told that not many people have been going to this convention.
I don't think anyone has actually gone in probably 4 or 5 years from my recollection. I think you also get, I think each board member gets a National School Boards Journal magazine on a quarterly basis or something like that. So that's about it.
And I think also it's required if you want to be part of ASBA to get the policy revisions, you need to be part of NSBA, at least from what I read. So that's not true anymore? Can you give me?
I asked about that.
Yeah. So I heard from another source, not from you, Donna, but from someone else that that's still true. So
to be on the policy services for ASBA, you have to pay ASBA.
Right.
But NSBA does, my resources said that you didn't have to be a part of NSBA to get ASBA policies.
Frank, did you have?
ASBA reviews our state legislative policies that come to us, and so we utilize that. We'd have to have a ton of attorneys here that would be employed by us to do that provision. NSBA does not do that review of policy at all, so it's my understanding that you can be in one without the other,
okay.
And that they aren't mutually inclusive of each other.
Are there any other questions, Ms. Love, or comments?
I guess my question is, like, I know that Mr. Olive, this was one that you pulled to get more clarification, but what would be the purpose of leaving the NSBA?
So we don't have to give them any money.
But we also get trainings through them. I sit on the National Black Council with the NSBA. So we do have representation with the NSBA from our own district.
But you're part of that due to ASBA, correct?
No, I was elected through our membership with NSBA. Prior to me, board member Dave Evans held that position. This is a national seat. When he was not elected to this term, it went to me.
Okay.
So prior to that, Mr. Evans was the voice on the NSBA, and he was also the president of the NSBA.
You don't mean complete NSBA? He was not the president?
The Black. He was the president of the National Black Caucus, NSBA. So with that, he sat on the NSBA board for many years. So Chandler is always representation at the national level to some degree. I don't sit on their board, but I sit on their council, and we do have Arizona representation as a president on the NSBA. And so Chandler concerns, like any other state concerns, get to the NSBA.
All right.
So essentially, it's, we as Chandler have direct access to National School Board Association, and we impact national policy just by being at the table.
But unless you
That's
were,
all.
if you weren't the Arizona Black Caucus president, you would not have been able to even run for the National Black Caucus,
No.
correct?
That's not true. Mr. Evans was not the Black Alliance president when he joined the caucus. He had the term out, but anybody could run. As a matter of fact, the current president actually ran and challenged David from the floor. And so you don't have to have any seats within the Black Alliance to be on the Black Council.
Right.
I got the seat because Mr. Evans represented us so beautifully, and he recommended me for that seat for the Black Council.
Okay. Do we have any comments or discussion? All right. I guess we are ready for a vote.
So I guess I just,
okay.
I'm okay with passing on this if it is verified through ASBA, because we save a lot of money by using ASBA and having them revise the policies and align it rather than having pay legal contract fees for that. So as long as that we make sure that if that changes and we can't be part of ASBA because of this, then I'd like to revisit this to bring it up at the next meeting if that becomes an issue. So
Since these aren't due until January 1st anyway, we would have time to revisit, be able to do that. So are we ready to, I guess we're ready to vote. All those in favor of approving the National School Boards Association National Connection Fees for next year, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Hey,
Nay.
Nay, I guess is the best way to say it.
and I'll abstain because I just don't know, why I heard one side, so I'll wait on that. But
Okay. So the motion does not carry.